Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, Pashudhan Jagruti Abhiyan is an initiative of which of the following ministries or institutions? Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Ministry of Communications, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, or Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The correct answer is option C, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Recently, as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying organized the awareness program Pashudhan Jagruti Abhiyan. Information on various schemes and programs of the department, especially on entrepreneurship, vaccination and other beneficiary-oriented schemes of the department, were explained through the Common Service Centers network by holding 2,000 village level camps across the aspirational districts. The program was designed to help farmers gain a better understanding of the latest practices and techniques in animal husbandry and dairy farming, thereby improving their livelihoods. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding the National Health Accounts Estimates for India 2019 to 20. 1. It was released by the Ministry of Health. 2. It suggests an increase in public spending in healthcare. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the National Health Accounts Estimates for India 2019 to 20 was released by the Union Ministry of Health. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The report highlights the increased public spending in primary healthcare, which is in line with the National Health Policy 2017, which states that 2/3 of public health spending must be in primary health systems. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The share of out-of-pocket expenditure in total health expenditure declined from 62.6% to 47.1%. The continuous decline in the OOPE in the overall health spending show progress towards ensuring financial protection and universal health coverage for citizens. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, Green World Awards 2023 is an initiative of which of the following organizations? Greenpeace, the Green Organization, Clean Air Network, or Friends of the Earth? The correct answer is option B, the Green Organization. Recently, the Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, a Maharatna CPSU of Ministry of Power, has been conferred Global Gold Award 2023. The recognition was given at the Green World Awards 2023 function held at Miami in the USA, organized by the Green Organization. The award is a recognition of Power Grid's CSR work for improving agriculture productivity and rural livelihood through watershed management, community participation, and better crop management practices in 10 villages of Jaipatna block of Kalahandi district in Odisha. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, with reference to Zero Shadow Day, consider the following statements. 1. For every point on Earth between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, there are 4 zero shadow days in a year. 2. The northern limit of this event in India is Jaipur. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. That is, both the statements are incorrect. Recently, the city of Bengaluru experienced a zero shadow day when vertical objects appear to cast no shadow. For places between plus 23.5 degrees and minus 23.5 degrees latitude, zero shadow day occurs twice a year between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn respectively. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. All places whose latitude equals the angle between the sun's location and the equator on that day experience zero shadow day with the shadow beneath an object at local noon. The zero shadow day is restricted to locations between the tropics, and so places north of Ranchi in India are out of it. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, the Ease of Moving Index or EOMI India Report 2022 was released by which of the following? Ola Mobility Institute, the Mobility Institute, International Parking and Mobility Institute, or Mobility India? The correct answer is option A, Ola Mobility Institute. Recently, the Ease of Moving Index India Report 2022 was released by the Ola Mobility Institute Foundation. The report said that Aizawl in Mizoram emerged as a top performer in clean mobility, while Jabalpur has the lowest mobility expenditure. Kolkata leads the way in shared mobility adoption, and Pune boasts of the most inclusive mobility ecosystem. The report said that the people of Mumbai are among the lowest spenders on transport per month. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, in which of the following journals did the mathematician Ramanujan publish his first paper? Journal of Indian Mathematical Society, International Journal of Mathematics, Annals of Mathematics, or Educational Studies in Mathematics? The correct answer is option A, Journal of Indian Mathematical Society. It was death anniversary of mathematician Ramanujan on April 26th. Srinivas Ramanujan was a self-taught mathematician who contributed to the theory of numbers. Even with little formal training in mathematics, Ramanujan published his first paper in the Journal of Indian Mathematical Society in 1911. After his advances, especially in the field of partition of numbers and the publication of his papers in several English as well as European journals, he was elected to the Royal Society of London in 1918. After contracting tuberculosis, the mathematician recovered enough in 1919 to return to India but died the following year. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, Open Network for Digital Commerce, or ONDC, is an initiative of which of the following ministries or institutions? Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Ministry of Communications, Ministry of Commerce, or Telecom Regulatory Authority of India? The correct answer is option C, Ministry of Commerce. Recently, the Open Network for Digital Commerce, or ONDC, conducted a one-day workshop enabling Bharat 2.0 in association with National Payments Corporation of India, Reserve Bank Innovation Hub, and Sehmati Account Aggregators. ONDC is an initiative of the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Ministry of Commerce. It is an initiative aiming at promoting open networks for all aspects of exchange of goods and services over digital or electronic networks. It is to be based on open-sourced methodology using open specifications and open network protocols independent of any specific platform. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Track 1.5 dialogue on Myanmar. 1. It was initiated by Myanmar. 2. The second roundtable meeting was held in New Delhi. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, India hosted the second meeting of Track 1.5 dialogue on Myanmar in New Delhi. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Track 1.5 in terms of diplomacy are conversations that include a mix of government officials who participate in an unofficial capacity and non-governmental experts, all sitting at the same table. This dialogue was initiated by Thailand as a way of opening additional channels for dialogue among stakeholders affected by the Myanmar crisis. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The second meeting comprised senior officials and representatives from think tanks of the ASEAN members and dialogue partners who share common borders with Myanmar. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, with reference to the schools of Indian philosophies, consider the following statements. 1. Shankaracharya, who introduced non-dualism, was the exponent of Vedanta. 2. The school of Nyaya believes that clear thinking and logical argument are the essential means of highest bliss. 3. Madhavacharya introduced the philosophy of Advaitwad. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? The correct answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Recently, the Prime Minister paid his tributes to Jagat Guru Adi Shankaracharya on his birth anniversary. The school of Nyaya believes in logical thinking and propounds logic as the means of salvation. It argued for clear thinking and logical argument as essential means to the highest bliss. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Shankaracharya, who was exponent of Vedanta, introduced the theory of Advait Vedant, that is non-dualism, which recognizes a unity in multiplicity, identity between the individual and pure consciousness and the experienced world as having no existence apart from Brahman. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Madhavacharya advocated dualism and realism or Dvait. The term refers to any premise, particularly in theology, on the material and the divine, where two principles, truth or realities, are posited to exist simultaneously and independently. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, what was the significance of the Battle of Diu? It marked the end of the Portuguese colonial era in India. It was a significant victory for the Portuguese against Ottoman Empire. It led to the establishment of the Mughal Empire in India, or it resulted in the signing of a peace treaty between Portugal and the British East India Company. The correct answer is option B. It was a significant victory for the Portuguese against the Ottoman Empire. Recently, the Prime Minister inaugurated and laid foundation stone for various projects in Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. The Battle of Diu was fought between the combined forces of the Portuguese Empire and the Republic of Venice against the Ottoman Empire in 1509. The Ottoman Empire had sought to capture the strategic port of Diu in order to gain control of the spice trade routes. The Portuguese, with their superior naval firepower, were able to successfully defend Diu and defeat the Ottoman fleet. The victory of the Portuguese marked the beginning of their dominance over the Indian Ocean and the spice trade routes, and also ensured their continued presence in India for several centuries. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Last question is, consider the following countries: 1. Tanzania, 2. Eswatini, 3. Botswana, 4. Malawi. Which of the above given countries border Mozambique? 1 and 4 only, 1, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2, 3 and 4, or 1, 2 and 4 only? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 4 only. Recently, the 4th meeting of India-Mozambique Joint Defence Working Group was held in New Delhi. The two sides discussed wide-ranging issues including military training and courses, exercises, medicine and capacity building with a view to deepen defence engagements. Mozambique is a country located in southeastern Africa, bordered by the Indian Ocean to the east, Tanzania to the north, Malawi and Zambia to the northwest, Zimbabwe to the west, and Eswatini and South Africa to the southwest. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Water metro was recently seen in the news. In which city it was started? Kollam, Alappuzha, Kochi or Kottayam? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.